The corporate manufacturers of the Borderlands have all played a significant role in determining the fate of the Six Galaxies. From Hyperion to Jacobs to MacLeod, each is unique in their own way, shape, or form. They all have their own style, they all have their own quirks, and they have all done some pretty messed up stuff in pursuit of more money. But which one of the 11 has the right to call themselves the strongest? Let's say if currently, as of Borderlands 3, if there was another corporate war, who would come out on top and walk away the victor? Would it be Atlas? Would it be MacLeod, Pangolin, Tedior? Well, before I can get into it any further, let me knock some obvious pieces off the board. And to do this, we need to look at the biggest corporate killer in the Six Galaxies. Pandora. Since the events of Borderlands 1, Pandora is well known as the corporate killer and has laid waste to more than a few corporations. For example, you have Atlas and Hyperion, who each placed so much time and effort into the planet, they collapsed not long after their departure and are currently rebuilding and rebranding. Then you have SNS Munitions, who is said to have tried to place a stake in Pandora but failed so badly that they were booted from the arms trade completely, rebranded to SNS Accessories, and began making beams of light that shine off of guns to show rarity. Another corporation you could remove from contention while they didn't have a large stake in Pandora is Jacobs, who has no real interest in the affairs of the galaxy and are perfectly happy selling guns and not getting involved in events that ruin lives. And so with Hyperion, Atlas, Jacobs, and SNS off the list, that leaves us with 7 others. You have Anshin, Dahl, MacLeod, Pangolin, Tedior, Torque, and Vladoff all competing for dominance. Who wins? Who among them is the strongest? Well, considering different things, I'm inclined to say that Anshin and Pangolin wouldn't go very far. You see, they have no real line of weapons manufacturing, so they would be easy targets for rivals who need access to a supply of sturdy or quick charging shields as well as health vials. So they are eliminated immediately along with the other 4 from earlier. Then you have Dahl and MacLeod, who seem to be the most capable of waging war out of the remaining corporations, but they suffer from serious flaws. Considering the events of Promethea and how hands-on the CEO of MacLeod actually is, it's likely to be their downfall. Like with what happened with Jack and Hyperion, the head of MacLeod was present on Promethea for the Atlas-MacLeod War and even fought on the front lines. Spoilers, but he dies, and MacLeod was defeated. So despite their technological advances over everyone else, I think, depending on when the war began, MacLeod would be too scattered or would become too scattered to win. And if they can't win, they wouldn't be the strongest. So then that leaves you with Dahl, but the thing about Dahl is that, well, when I look at Dahl, I see them as the General Grievous of the Borderlands. If you don't know what that means, well, Dahl is really good at cutting their losses and running away like they did with Pandora and Elpis, just like General Grievous. So if during a war, if Dahl ever saw danger in fighting a rival, they would abandon ship and leave behind dozens of assets once again. And running away is no true way to win a war. Then you have Torque, Tedior, and Vladoff, who, they are all known, but the extent of their power still has yet to be determined officially. To me, they all seem just as strong as Dahl and MacLeod, but truth be told, the more I look and think into this topic, the more I see that while each corporation is unique, while they all are special in their own way, they all have flaws in their designs that would set them back and cause a galaxy-wide stalemate. So out of MacLeod, Dahl, Tedior, Torque, and Vladoff, it's really anyone's game. Personally, I like to imagine that if there were another corporate war, each corporation would find themselves severely weakened by the end of it, and if there was one who stood atop the rest, it would come off the back of a Pyrrhic victory. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns regarding this video, Borderlands, or its lore, you can leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to read each and every one of them. Thanks for watching.